What is your go-to never fail joke? I went to the doctor's recently. He said, don't eat anything fatty. I said, what, like bacon and burgers? He said, no. Fatty don't eat anything. A woman is walking home with her 3 daughters Rose, Lily, and Cinderblock. Rose asks her mother, Mom, why did you name me Rose? To which her mother replies, well sweetie, when we were coming home from the hospital with you a rose fell on your head. Lily, curious now, asks her mother, Mom, why did you name me after a flower too? To which her mother replies, well sweetie, when we were coming home from the hospital with you a lily fell on your head. Cinderblock says to her mother, DNBGH? Why do you never see hippos hiding in trees? Because they're very good at it. Lol. The only joke to actually make me laugh. Thank you. I searched a list of 10 puns to find one that made me laugh. No pun intended. To the person who stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. A man had been drinking at a bar all night and pukes down the front of his shirt. Shit, I can't go home like this, my wife will kill me. The bartender sees this and says put a $20 bill in your pocket, and when she sees the puke tell her some drunk puked on you and gave you $20 for dry cleaning. So the guy goes home and his wife sees the puke on his shirt and asks what happened, to which he replies, a drunk guy puked on me and he gave me $20 to pay for dry cleaning. To which his wife says, okay, well then why do you have $40 in your hand? Because he also shit in my pants. Dad is listening to his daughter say her prayers before bedtime. She says, God bless mommy and God bless daddy and God bless grandma and goodbye grandpa. He asks her, why did you say that? I don't know, I just felt like saying it. The next day, grandpa drops dead. Wow, thinks Dad. That's an odd coincidence. A month later at bedtime, the daughter says God bless mommy and daddy. And goodbye grandma. Sure enough, the next day grandma breathes her last earthly breath. The dad realizes this is more than a coincidence, but he is not sure what to do. He doesn't want to disturb his wife by telling her, grandma and grandpa were her parents. Months go by and one night the man is listening to his daughter saying her prayers at bedtime. God bless mommy, she turns her head and looks straight at him, and goodbye daddy. What? Are you sure honey? She nods. The man's heart begins racing and he breaks out in a sweat. He is so upset, he can't sleep at all that night. The next day he goes off to work, but locks himself in his office. He takes the phone off the hook, cancels all his meetings and awaits the inevitable. He stays at work past 5 because he feels secure. He watches the hours tick by. Finally it is midnight and, drenched in sweat, he realizes he has cheated death. He drives home drenched in sweat and with all his nerves frazzled. His wife is up and waiting for him. Where the hell were you today? He replies, don't shout, I've had an absolutely miserable day. His wife then says, you had a miserable day? I'm the one who had a miserable day. First, the milkman drops dead on the steps. A man is getting a checkup. Doctor, you have to stop masturbating. Man, why? Doctor, because I'm trying to examine you. A cop pulls over a car with 2 priests. The cop makes his way up to the window and says, we're looking for 2 child molesters. The priests look at each other for a moment and turn back to the cop. We'll do it. My dad asked me the other day, are you even listening to me? Which is a really weird way to start a conversation if you ask me. Me, I've lost my calculator. Them, and? Me, oh, I've got nothing to add. This only counts as never fail depending on your definition of never fail. You know Orion's belt? Waste of space. I know, not a very good joke. 3 stars. 2 nuns go driving between convents. They're driving through the country when a vampire jumps onto the hood. The passenger nun says, "Quick, show him your cross." The other nun says, "Get the fuck off my car." How many Germans does it take to change a light bulb? 1. We are efficient and don't have humor. A man and his wife are running out of money. Now out of options, the wife decides to take up prostitution to get some money. The husband takes her to the corner of the street, and later comes back that night, picking up his wife. He turns to her and asks, "How much did you make?" She replies, $200.05. The husband double takes and says, "Who's the asshole who paid you 5 cents? And the wife says, "All of them." What do you get when you mix goat DNA and human DNA? Kicked out of the petting zoo. So there were 2 whales at a bar. The first whale says to the second, "Make whale noises until everyone is a little uncomfortable." Then the second whale says back to the first, "Inhale sharply, go home Frank. You're drunk." Why was the leper hockey game cancelled? There was a face-off in the corner. I slept with a blind woman the other night. It went pretty well, mostly. Once the clothes came off, she said to me, "You have the biggest dick I have ever laid my hands on." I said, "You're pulling my leg." A bear and rabbit are taking a shit in the woods. After a while, the bear turns to the rabbit and says, "Do you ever have problems with shit getting stuck in your fur?" The rabbit says, "No." So the bear wipes his ass with the rabbit. What's the difference between a lobster with breast implants and a dirty bus stop? One is a busty crustacean and the other is a crusty bus station. The Buddha walks up to a hot dog stand and says, "Make me one with everything." Me, I have a knock-knock joke, but you have to start it. Them, okay, knock knock. Me, who's there? Awkward silence. What's blue and isn't very heavy? Light blue. You're welcome. Have you heard the one about the corduroy pillows? They're making headlines. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Hey, do you remember when you were a kid and you used to blow bubbles? Yes? Well, he's back in town and he's looking for you. Hey, do you remember when you were a kid and you used to blow bubbles? Yes? Well, he's back in town and he's looking for you.